What's good? It's your boy No Excuse, man. Back in Thailand. This first stop is Pattaya. So it's been well over 5 years. And the first time I went, it was probably the greatest trip I've ever had in my life. I mean, nightlife, food, energy, women, everything. So I always said, I gotta get back. It took a while because of the pandemic. Things got delayed. Family things happen, life happens. But nevertheless, I'm back 5 years later. So I want to just kind of share just my perception now versus 5 years ago and my overall takeaway. So the first thing that I wanted to just kind of point out is just the weather. I think I've got older and just noticing my life patterns, even in the U.S., living in hot places like Houston, Texas, and then born and raised in the Midwest, Milwaukee specifically, I've realized that I just prefer like milder weather. And so I'm in Philadelphia, which isn't like the hottest or coldest place, but it's a happy medium. And when it comes to traveling, I've traveled through 14 countries. And in a country like Colombia, I find myself preferring milder cities like Medellin, Tumaco recently. And even in Africa, like Uganda, Durban, Nairobi, Kenya, they're all our mild weather cities. So I'm saying all that to say is that it's hot and humid in Thailand. Now it's not extreme hot in other places, but it's very humid. And so when I think about retiring or living somewhere long term, like I enjoy the comforts of Thailand when it comes to cost, when it comes to safety. It's very peaceful. People are friendly. But I do love the comforts of a comfortable climate as well. And for me, I'm only speaking for me, I want to retire in comfortability. If I move to another country, I want to live in comfortability where I don't need to turn on the AC nor turn on heat. So that's like, that's more of like, mid 70s, mid to high 70s weather day and night. So my first point is that I couldn't retire here. I don't know how a lot of people do it. Typically, I think of retirement as being like leaving your home country or place that you live most of your life and going somewhere that's the ultimate comfort. But maybe it's the culmination of things for a lot of people that make Thailand number one. Because no place is going to check all the boxes. But for me, comfortable weather has to be one of the box checked. Another thing I want to say is that, those that know, I've been involved in long distance relationships. And, traveling out here, going to Brazil is far. For me, it's a 9-hour flight from New York. Going to Africa is far. For me, going to South Africa or even Kenya, you're looking at about 14 hours, 12 to 14 hours, depending on which country. But coming to Asia, my first leg was 17 hours. And I had to tell myself that, I'll be a fool. I think you're a fool to do long distance relationships in Asia from the US. You're a fool. Now, unless it's long distance where within less than 12 months, you're planning on her to come to the US or you're planning on moving to Asia. But if you just want to do a indefinite long distance relationship in Asia, you're a fool. It is too far, and women aren't they don't like long distance. That's another conversation, but that was my second point. You're a fool if you do long distance in Asia. Now, a lot of guys like the bars, the girls, and things like that. You know, a lot of girls, women, they show you a lot of attention out the bars. They pull on you, they seem aggressive, and that it is ego stroking, but their job is to get you to buy drinks at the end of the day. So, this is where I'm staying at, man. Has a nice view. I'll show y'all the inside of, man, but it's a beautiful view from where I'm at. But yeah, the bar girl's job is to get you to buy drinks at the end of the day. I will say something that is top notch here is the customer service and hospitality is A1. People, they greet you. They typically put their hands together and do a slight bow. Men and women, they show a lot of respect. So I think I love that, and I haven't been to any country that can compare to Thailand when it comes to hospitality and service. Like it is A1. With that said, I know a lot of us travel to these countries and we call it a vacation. And for some it may be a vacation, but Thailand is a real vacation. I've been looking forward to coming back here because I wanted a real vacation. And for me, a real vacation is not just being away from home. It's not about staying in a resort. And for some people it are. A real vacation is everything around the vacation or tourist area is centered around relaxation and safety, and depending on other things you're looking for, even if it's adult entertainment, people look at that as a stress reliever. You can elaborate on stress relief. Nevertheless, I appreciate all the massage. It's massage places on every block. From foot massage, oil massage, Thai massage, head massage, pedicure, manicure, the spa treatment. Most of those services are like $10 a la carte. So I got a pedicure. Not the only thing, I got a pedicure, foot scrub. It was so in depth, and so detailed. They take their time. Everything is an hour service for manicure, an hour service for pedicure, and it's cheap, so you can actually have a vacation and spa treatment that's not too expensive. You go to these resorts, the Hilton is out here. I did some content in the Hilton, but their in-service spas is going to run you like 50, 60, $100. But in Thailand, especially in Pattaya, there's so many places to choose from, and you're looking at about $10, for that. The other thing that makes it a vacation is the weather it's not Cartagena hot, it's not Dar es Salaam hot. It gets hot. It's not Mombasa hot, but it's comfortable enough to walk into. There's a lot of shade here. There's partial clouds here, so I haven't experienced just direct sunbeam heat, on my body and things like that nature. Even though I do prefer like high 70s, it's still not too bad to walk into. So, and you got the beach here too. Everything is just about vacation at your service, relaxation, cheap food. There's bars everywhere, so a lot of men, they like to just go have a beer and just kick back and just chill. Like that is a vacation. Going to like Medellin is beautiful, it's nice, but you got to keep your head on a swivel. So you're thinking about safety in a lot of these places, and it's not really vacation when you're thinking about safety. And then you're not going to see massage places everywhere you go in a lot of these places. We travel to. You're not going to see, they exist, but you're not going to see it like on every block, and it's not going to be what I would consider very cheap. But yeah, this is the ultimate vacation compared to other tourist destinations. So the other thing I want to mention is, and I'm being jokeful, like Thailand is pancake heaven. You know what I mean? So I put heaven in the quotation marks because, you know, when it comes to the shape of a lot of women, you know, they got the pancake. You know, they got the pancake. You know, it's not my thing, but you know, a lot of men love it. You know, they have no problem with it. You know, it's not for me to break down the psychology of a man that likes a certain type of woman, but you know, it's a preference thing, right? I have a preference. You know, some people have preference for, you know, Europeans, some people have preference for Asians, some people have preference for Africans, some people have preference for Latinas. So it's a preference, but you know, I'm quoting, but this is pancake heaven. Guys need to stop talking about these women out here are thick. You know, this is one thing that irks me is that thick is subjective. Thick is subjective, but a lot of what I see is thick is really overweight. It's really overweight. It's not proportioned well. It may be more cushion for the pushing, so to speak, but it's not. It's overweight thick. You know what I mean? A lot of Thai women, especially in Pattaya, they understand that black men like a lot of black men like hers. And you know, one Thai girl actually said, "Why do so many black men like big bums?" I would say that's just who we are, you know. And so you know, a lot of them do try to do things to gain weight, but at the end of the day, if you're a man that appreciates curvy women, you know, they're not going to be able to compete with curves from like Latin America or even Africa. So, but I just wanted to say that this thick stuff, guys, need to stop it. It's overweight, and it doesn't look good. There are some exceptions, but they just don't have the genetics to have that thickness proportionalized. So they're not proportionally thick. What else? Yeah. So there's a lot of things to take away. For me, not only can speak for me. Coming back to Thailand, and which I would want to do, but I would have to do it with the significant other. You know, wife, girlfriend, whatever the case may be. You know, because as a couple, you can enjoy all the amenities. You'll be around a woman that you are attracted to, and you know, you will get, obviously, if you're with a significant other, you know, you will definitely get that girlfriend experience, you know, with the amenities of Thailand, the fun, the nightlife, and things of that nature. I am going to Bangkok, so you know, Bangkok may be, you know, I'm sure I've been to Bangkok before, and there's a difference. I would say that there's a difference, especially when we talk about women, but there are less women percentage-wise that have a preference for black men, opposed to in Pattaya. You know, a lot of women come from the poorer parts of Thailand, like Isan. You know, the more darker or tan complected Thai chicks, you know, they do like brothers because they've experienced some form of prejudice or racism themselves in their country. So they, you know, they relate to the brothers in that aspect. But Bangkok is just a different beast, you know. But yeah, Halloween is lit as always, and you know, I think for the first time, I think people should just come to Thailand. Forget what you hear, what you think, just come. You know, first timers overwhelmingly enjoy themselves, whether is for the women or whatever the case may be. I think that you know, you know, Asia deserves to be visited by by Americans. You know, you get a different perception of Asians versus what you probably perceived in the U.S. You just see more friendlier, welcoming. You really don't see the racism like you would in the U.S. So I just think people should visit, even just for the food, the culture, the atmosphere. You have to be able to you need to take yourself out of environments and just experience an environment of safety, calmness, and just being served with respect. The experience is priceless. It is very, very, very priceless. So let me give you guys just a quick look around. So I got a nice hotel right in the tourist area, right by Soy 6. But as you can see, I got a balcony view, so I can smoke my cigars out here. So let me walk inside. Walk inside. Yeah, so this is a hotel, not Airbnb. And I just chose this place because I wanted to be close to Soy 6, and a lot of the condos are not really on Soy 6. That's nice. So yeah, I love this tub, man. And if I lift this up, you'll see the view of the city. So, and it got the 2 sinks. Got a little chair. Lady want to do her makeup and stuff like that. And then the toilet area is cool. And they got a cute little, you can clean yourself. But yeah, it's a nice spot, man. So yeah, this is Pattaya Discovery Beach Hotel. And then that's leading out to the patio, man. But yeah, I'm glad to share my experience with you guys. Check out Pattaya, check out Thailand. It's probably will be my last time coming to Asia, solo. So if I do come back, it'll probably be a while, and I definitely won't be alone. Peace.